On the bottom of the screen we've got a petty cash book, a record of what's gone into your petty cash box and a record of what's coming out of your petty cash box. So, that's the records for the cash. What records, what do we do with information and how do we keep these up to date? Let's have a look at a wee example. You've all got the workbook there. If you go to page 2 of that workbook, you will see there's a little scenario here that we'll run through. Angela Smith has a business administration services company, and this is a record of her payments and receipts for the month. So let's see how we record it. First transaction is on the 2nd of the month. She paid a check number 80021, and she paid it to Spice's Stationery for £140.50. You will not have exactly the same kind of transactions as Angela has, but you will have similar type things. When you look at the financial transactions of your business, you ask yourself 2 questions. Question 1 is this money coming into the business, or is it money going out of the business? And what's the answer here?
It's going out.
It's going out. You've been Spice's Stationery. The second question is it to do with the bank account or is it to do with the petty cash box? And what's the answer here? Bank account, because it's a cheque. So we've looked at a transaction, we've said it's to do with the bank account and it's expenditure. So where do you think we would record it? Maybe in bank expenditure? Is that a good idea? Bank expenditure, 2nd of the month, Spice's Stationery. We've got a reference here which is the cheque number. Not many people use cheques nowadays, but it will tie in with the bank statement when you get that. And it's for £140.50, and that's what's recorded that transaction. Anybody got any problems with that one? Okay, the next one says, on the 3rd of the month, we received a cheque from Mr. Brown for some typing we did for £50. So we ask ourselves, is that to do with the bank account or is it to do with petty cash? And what's the answer there? Bank account. Is it in or is it out?
In.
It's in this time. So we go to the bank income and we stick in 3rd of the month, Mr. Brown, £50. This column here gets filled in when you actually go to the bank. In this particular case, the business Angela's been so hard up that as soon as she got any money, she'd rush off to the bank to get it. In most cases, businesses go to the bank maybe once a day, maybe once every 2 days, maybe once a week. Depends how busy you are. This column gets filled in every time you get money coming in, but this column only gets filled in when you actually go to the bank and deposit money. And that could be several transactions worth of money. And that will tie in with your bank statement credits when you get that. The next transaction on the 5th of the month, we paid cash for milk and coffee, £4.27. Bank account or petty cash? Petty cash this time. Money in or money out? Money out. So we go to the petty cash box, the petty cash book, and we fill in 5th of the month, milk and coffee, £4.27. Everybody okay with this? You could do this, could you? Prove it. Wouldn't be a finance workshop if I didn't give you an exercise to do, would it? So, what I want you to do is complete that. You'll see on page 3, there's the copy of that, but I don't want you to use page 3 because you have to be a bit of a contortionist to be able to read page 2 and write on page 3. So I've actually got blank copies of page 3 for you that you can use. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends. You might get money in and go straight to the bank. Yeah. Or you might get several lots of money in and then go to the bank. once. So you would just put that one in and go to the bank. Just a total of all the money you're putting into the bank. Okay? Just before you carry on with that exercise, you will see that sheet I've given you. The 4 boxes are over here on the left hand side. There's also further information over here on the right. Ignore that just for the moment, I'll explain that later. Just look at the 4 boxes that we've got on the screen. Fill in the 3 transactions we've discussed, and then carry on your assignments. Remember, you're asking yourself for each transaction, is this to do with the bank account or is it petty cash? And then, is it money in or is it money out? If you've any queries on this, please shout out and ask. To most of you, bookkeeping may well be fairly new. To me, I've been doing it for nearly 50 years, so it's easy for me. I'm not sure